you don't have to be a good person to be a successful person, but you do have to be a good person to be a successful and happy person. And to me, that starts with your family.
I mean, this sounds like a layup question, but I mean, I'd love to get your perspective on it. How important is it to you, or just to the bigger picture of things, to make sure that there are those people in your environment, that are willing to be there to allow you to be your best self in the other aspects?
This is something I've been thinking about a lot, because I recently had a little bit of a crisis with my life and my therapist, because I came to the realization that not all successful people are good people.
Yeah.
And that really shocked my poor little heart, because
Same.
I was like, you're telling me you don't need to be a good person to be successful in this industry? No, you don't need to be a good person. And so I sat down with my therapist and I was like, well, so it makes me wonder, like, why am I like this? Why am I doing this? Is it necessary? And she said, well, are you just being good so you can be successful? And I said, no, I was a good person way before I had any type of success. She said, and this is the conclusion we came to, you don't have to be a good person to be a successful person, but you do have to be a good person to be a successful and happy person. And to me, that starts with your family, your core, if this is like the nucleus. Closest thing I know to biology. Nucleus. I'm like, question mark?
Yeah.
It starts with your family first. For me, my family first. And then, my brother, my team, making sure they're taken care of and I'm being good to them. Then making sure they're good and they're good to those that are around them.
Look at
and
how
you realize
it
creates this huge ecosystem of good.
Yes.
But it really starts from the beginning. So even when I wake up, I'm like, this morning I was like, hey, Teo, can I go buy you a cup of coffee? So I'm like, that's not gonna change lives. Like caffeine changed my life. But like, it's not gonna change lives, but I know that like,
the little thing.
That doing a little bit of good and setting that precedent and that example and making decisions based on how you wanna be treated and how you treat others, I can confidently say every single person on my team, and I'm up to nearly 30, is a great human being.
That must feel good to say.
Well, yeah, not only that, snaps to me for that.
Yes.
But, snaps to me, snaps to my
to them
family
as well,
for raising me the way they did, but also my fans. And that was a big thing, is like going on tour for the first time. I came off of my first headline tour in June, and the one feedback that I heard, the one positive note that everyone had to say that was unanimous was, you have the nicest fans. And that, I'm a firm believer that fans are a really good reflection of the artist. The team is a really good reflection of the artist.
Yeah.
Your friends, happy crew, happy family, happy artist.
Happy artists, you create better. The fans continue to be there to support. Speaking of your fans, let's talk about what they mean to you. The fact that they are the happiest, or that you really have had that ability to connect with them. What does it mean to you to know that you get to be your most authentic self, and you have so many people who gravitate to your music because you're being authentic, and it just radiates throughout this fandom? What do your fans mean to you? If you haven't had the chance to tell them, now's your platform.
This is a great opportunity. Well, this is also something I've been thinking about, because how do you express thank you and I'm grateful for you in different ways, because I've said thank you and I'm so grateful for you a million times, and it's true. But I've been thinking about that recently, what it is about my fans that I feel most grateful for, and particularly lucky to have. And I realized this. So when I'm speaking about putting music out into the world, content out into the world, a lot of the questions start with, what helped you, find the confidence to put yourself out there like that? And the truth is, on my own, I wouldn't consider myself a very confident person. I'm not innately confident, but what my fans did for me is help me build that confidence. So
that's so cool.
As I develop my relationship with my fans, and I mean relationship, like I really believe in DMing as many people as possible, knowing everybody's name, like that's so important.
That's got to be like the dopest thing ever when you pull up to a show and you see
and I know their names. Like that's huge. But it really, to me, right now, what I'm realizing, what I'm most grateful for in my fans is the confidence that they've helped me gain, because I think hopefully it goes both ways, right? And if somehow maybe my music can help them feel more confident in their feelings, they don't even realize how confident they're making me.
Yo, yeah, I can scratch that question. It's right there. I was gonna ask you. Well, I mean, it's about like the amount of confidence that, you know what I mean, that you feel when you're on the stage, but knowing that it goes. It's a whole. It's an ecosystem.
Relationship. It's a two-way street. It really is.
Yep.